Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to adjust a door that's rubbing on the top. Alright, so the first things I'm going to show you in this video are non-invasive, which means we're not going to have to cut anything and we don't have to paint anything when we're all done. So in regards to the first steps, that's our ultimate goal. First thing I want to check, sounds like common sense, but bear with me. It can happen, but screws can back out a little bit over time. So even if that screw head is sticking out just a little bit, when that hinge closes, that little screw head hits the other side of the door hinge, which then pushes the door over, and then the door rubs on the jamb. So I do want to check that first before we tackle the other things. All right, so the first thing that you want to do is make sure all your screws are all the way in and they're flush. So make sure you check both sides. An issue that you might run into if you do find a loose screw and you go to start screwing it in and the head keeps spinning and the threads have nothing to grab onto, the hole is probably stripped out and those threads just can't grab anything. So what you could do is take a toothpick, break it off inside the hole, and then you could throw the screw back in. The next thing really depends on what's going on behind the door jamb. So it depends on how much space you have between the door jamb, the shims, and the 2x4. So what you want to do, unscrew one of these two screws, or if you have three, most likely the top one, unscrew it. Make sure you pre-drill, because what you're going to do, you're going to throw a new screw in, because these are about 5/8 inch long, and what you want to do is grab either a 2.5 inch or a 3-inch screw. Pre-drill it, because Phillips heads do like to strip, especially the really long ones. So pre-drill it, throw the screw in, and see if you can suck it in just a little bit. Sometimes all you need is just, that little 1/16 or 1/8 just to pull the door jamb in enough to where the door stops rubbing. So the next thing that you can try is packing out the hinge. Now you can't pack out the entire hinge because it's going to pull the door over and make your problem even worse. So what you want to do is cut a little piece of cardboard about 1/2 inch wide, and you're going to unscrew the hinge, put the little piece of cardboard in, screw the hinge back, and what that's going to do is it's going to take your hinge and it's going to kick it in, and it's going to drive this side of the hinge back into the door jamb. It will tighten up the reveal that you have between the door jamb and the door, but it will relieve the problem of pulling it away from the other side, which is what we want to stop the rubbing. All right, so the next thing you could try only applies if you see that the hinge is crooked, if it goes back and forth with each segment. I can't show you on this one. I used a very wide casing and it sticks out pretty far. But what you want to do is take an adjustable wrench and grab here and just see if you can twist those sections back so everything lines up straight. All right guys, well that's the end of the video. If none of these things apply to your specific situation, I do have another video on how to plane and sand a door down, but obviously that's a lot more work, and it's always good to try these things first. So if you're still in a bind and your door is still rubbing after trying all these things, check out my other video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. All right?